On a Tuesday morning, May 3, 2022, Anna sat in her small campus apartment reviewing her dissertation one last time before her PhD defense. She had spent 8 long years studying renewable energy for developing countries, surviving setbacks, late nights, tiny victories, and painful disappointments. Her phone buzzed and she smiled, thinking her mother was finally sending a message of support. Instead, she read a text that made her breath stop. "Anna, your father and I won't attend your graduation. We think you wasted 8 years on something impractical." She stared at the screen as her hands trembled. Her mother added, "Your brother's MBA matters more." Anna tried to steady herself, but another message came. "We also told everyone you're only now finishing school. It's embarrassing explaining why you're still a student at 30. She set her phone down slowly and breathed through the stings spreading in her chest. For 8 years she had told her family about her research, her papers, and her progress, but they never asked about any of it. Her younger brother Mark, with his new consulting job and MBA program, was always their pride. To them he was the future. Anna was the mistake. Finally she called her mother, whispering, "You're really not coming?" Her mother answered with a sigh. "Honey, we explained this. Your father has a golf tournament. And truly, how many graduations does one person need?" Anna swallowed. "Mom, this is my PhD." Her mother replied sharply, "It's another degree that won't help you get a real job." Anna reminded her gently about the research position she had lined up. "That postdoc thing," her mother said. "Sweetheart, that's not a real job. Mark makes almost 6 figures already." Anna felt something inside her collapse. She ended the call softly. "My defense is tomorrow." Her mother simply said, "Good luck." The next day, Anna defended her dissertation with flawless confidence. Her committee praised the depth of her work, and her advisor, Dr. Hart, smiled proudly. "Anna, this is groundbreaking. You should be very proud," she said. But Dr. Hart also sensed something hidden. "Your family isn't coming to graduation, are they?" Anna shook her head quietly. "I'm sorry," her advisor said. "For what it's worth, I'll be there." On Saturday, Anna dressed alone in her doctoral robes, looking at herself in the mirror. She whispered, "Dr. Anna Hayes," trying to believe it was enough. The graduation arena was filled with cheering families, waving signs, and joyful chaos. Everyone celebrating someone they loved. Anna sat among the doctoral candidates, listening to their excited whispers as they pointed out parents and siblings in the crowd. When her name was called, she walked across the stage to polite claps from strangers. No one shouted for her. No camera flashed. The moment passed in silence. Afterward, she stood outside watching families hug and cry with pride. Anna got into her old car and drove home alone. That night she ate takeout and updated her profile. Anna Hayes, PhD. 2 weeks later, Anna packed her small apartment and moved to California for her postdoc position. Dr. Hart introduced her to Dr. Robert King, who led an innovative lab focused on affordable renewable energy for developing nations. Anna loved the work immediately because it felt meaningful. One evening during a video call, her mother asked, "How's your research thing going?" Anna answered, "We just got permission for field testing in Kenya." Her mother paused and said, "Why Kenya? What does that even do for your future?" Anna sighed softly. "Mom, it helps people who don't have electricity." Her father quickly changed the topic. "Well, that's nice, honey. Very noble. But Mark's company just signed a big contract. Huge commission for him." After that conversation, Anna quietly stopped talking about her work to them. Months passed and she focused on microgrid systems that could bring electricity to remote communities. Then one afternoon, the CEO of a small energy startup called Brightreach called her urgently. "Anna, we're in trouble," Michael said. "We might shut down soon unless we fix our model. But your design could save us." Michael continued, "Your microgrid idea is brilliant, but we can't scale it. Can you help us?" Anna hesitated because she wasn't a business expert. "I'm a researcher, Michael," she said gently. "I don't know how to run a company." He replied, "You don't need to run it. You just need to help us understand your system." After several long discussions, Anna joined the startup as a technical lead, hoping to bring her research to real communities. Months later, they secured funding and officially launched Brightreach as a renewable energy company. Years passed and Anna's small role grew bigger as the company scaled across many countries. Her reputation rose quietly in the renewable energy world. But back home her family still saw her as the one who wouldn't get a real job. One day her brother Mark called her casually. "Hey Anna," he said. "Mom keeps saying you work at some museum or something. Is that right?" Anna blinked. "Museum? Mark, I left Stanford to join a company. Bright Reach. I told everyone." Mark shrugged through the phone. "Well, you know, Mom. Anyway, don't make it weird at my graduation." After the call, Anna opened her company's website, seeing her professional bio displayed clearly. Anna Hayes, co-founder and chief technology officer, it read. Her achievements were listed openly, yet her brother had never checked. Months later, on January 13th, she prepared for an important congressional visit to her organization. She wore a clean charcoal suit, her hair neatly tied. As she entered the main lobby with her team, she carried herself like a true leader. At 9:58 a.m. security radioed, "Dr. Hayes, the Congresswoman's team is waiting for you." Anna walked toward the main lobby, where Congresswoman Rachel Chin and her staff waited beneath the tall glass ceiling. The Congresswoman looked polished in a navy suit, speaking quietly with her press aide. Anna approached with a calm smile. "Congresswoman Chin, welcome to Bright Reach," she said. Rachel turned to greet her, but the moment she heard the name Hayes, her expression shifted. "Hayes," she repeated slowly. "Are you Mark Hayes' sister?" Anna nodded politely. "Yes, but today I'm simply Dr. Anna Hayes, your tour guide." The Congresswoman blinked several times, clearly stunned. "Mark said you worked somewhere. A museum, maybe?" Anna held her professional tone gently. "I run this organization's technical division," she said. "Your brother never asked for details." Rachel inhaled, trying to hide her embarrassment. Her chief of staff stepped forward quickly. "Congresswoman, shall we begin the tour?" Dr. Hayes prepared a full briefing. Rachel nodded, still staring at Anna. "Yes. Let's begin." Anna then led them toward the research wing, determined to let her work speak for itself. Inside the research area, Anna explained how their microgrid systems powered villages that once lived in darkness. She showed charts, photographs, and small prototypes, speaking with confidence that filled the entire room. Rachel asked quiet but thoughtful questions, slowly recovering her composure. "So this isn't just a project," she said. "It's a global initiative." Anna nodded. "We operate in over 20 countries now. Our work changes daily life for thousands of families." Even Rachel's staff looked impressed as they listened closely. They moved into the engineering lab where technicians tested solar panels and battery modules. Anna explained every process with patience and clarity. "This technology is simple to build," she said, "but life-changing for communities." The Congresswoman traced a finger along one prototype. "And you designed this?" she asked. "Yes," Anna replied softly. "During my PhD." Rachel hesitated, then said, "Your parents must be very proud." Anna gave a small, unreadable smile. "They don't really know what I do." The tour continued into the Climate Impact Hall, where large screens displayed data from their installations worldwide. Anna showed before and after images of villages transformed by their microgrids. Children studying at night, clinics storing vaccines, small shops running after sunset. "These stories remind us why this work matters," Anna said. Rachel nodded, visibly moved by the photographs. Her chief of staff whispered, "Congresswoman, this is exactly the kind of initiative your committee should support." Rachel murmured, "Yes. I can see that now." They reached Anna's office, a bright space with wide windows overlooking the city. On the wall hung a framed photo of Anna receiving an International Innovation Award. Rachel stared at it, speechless. "You never told anyone about this?" she asked quietly. Anna shrugged. "No one asked." Her assistant entered briefly with updates. "Dr. Hayes, the French delegation needs your approval on their request. And the director from the Louvre wants to schedule a call." Rachel's jaw dropped. "The Louvre? As in the Louvre?" Anna smiled politely. "Yes." By the end of the tour, Rachel looked completely transformed, no longer skeptical but humbled. "Dr. Hayes," she said softly, "thank you for today. Your work is remarkable." Anna nodded. "Thank you for taking the time to see it." As the delegation left, her phone buzzed with a message from the university's dean. They wanted her to deliver the keynote speech at the MBA graduation in May. She blinked in surprise, reading the invitation twice. Moments later, she whispered to herself, "Me? A keynote speaker." The months passed quickly as Anna prepared her speech. She worked on new microgrid projects, managed international partnerships, and guided her growing team. But deep down, she wondered how her family would react if they heard her speak. When graduation day arrived, the stadium was packed with thousands of people. Anna waited backstage, her heart pounding as the dean introduced her with a long list of awards and achievements. Then she heard it. "Please welcome Dr. Anna Hayes, co-founder of BrightReach." She walked onto the stage to thunderous applause. As the lights brightened, Anna scanned the audience. In section 114, row 22, she saw them. Her mother standing frozen, her father gripping the armrest, and Mark staring in shock. Their expressions were a mixture of disbelief and something else she couldn't quite name. The dean stepped away, giving Anna the podium. She inhaled deeply and began her speech. "4 years ago I received my PhD," she said. "My parents didn't attend because they thought I had wasted my time." The entire stadium fell silent. Anna continued with steady confidence. "They told me my degree wouldn't lead to anything meaningful," she said. "They told me I should be practical." She clicked to the first slide showing a village lit up at night. "But this is what impractical research looks like," she said softly. She explained how her microgrids changed lives across the world. From clinics to classrooms, from homes to businesses, her work brought hope where darkness once lived. As she spoke, her mother covered her mouth with trembling hands. Anna clicked to the next slide, showing more communities transformed by BrightReach technology. "This is why I do the work I do," she said. "Not for titles or salaries, but for impact." The audience watched every word with full attention. "A child in Tanzania can now study after sunset because of this research," she continued. "A clinic in rural India can save lives with refrigerated medicine." She looked at the crowd again. "So when people say your dreams are impractical, remember this. The world changes because someone refused to listen to doubt." She shifted her gaze directly toward her parents' section. "Some of you have families who don't understand your path," Anna said gently. "Some of you are compared to siblings or judged by traditional standards of success." Her mother wiped tears quietly. "But your worth is not measured by job titles," Anna continued. "Your worth comes from the problems you're brave enough to solve." She paused as the stadium remained silent. "Find the work that matters, then hold on to it with everything you have." Anna ended her speech with a warm smile. "Congratulations to the class of 2026, she said. "Use your skills not only to build wealth but to build impact." The crowd rose to their feet, clapping loudly and cheering her name. Thousands stood, but Anna watched only 3 faces. Her mother cried openly, her father stared in disbelief, and Mark shook his head with a proud grin. When Anna stepped backstage, the dean grabbed her hands. "That was extraordinary," the dean said. "Truly unforgettable." Anna nodded, still unsure what she felt. After the ceremony ended, Anna waited in a quiet hallway, unsure whether to stay or leave. Graduates passed by with families taking photos and celebrating loudly. A few people stopped to thank Anna for her speech, calling it inspiring. Then she saw them, her mother pushing through the crowd, her father behind her, and Mark carrying his diploma. They approached slowly, like they were unsure how close they were allowed to come. "Anna," her mother said shakily, "can we talk?" Anna nodded. "Not here," she whispered. She led them to a private room the dean had offered earlier. They all stood awkwardly until her father finally spoke. "You're a co-founder of a $400 million company?" he asked. Anna corrected him softly. "Co-founder and CTO, yes." Her mother looked confused. "But you said you just had a research job." Anna met her eyes. "I told you many times. You never listened." Silence filled the room for a long moment before Mark finally said, "Anna, I had no idea." "None." Anna looked at Mark with softened eyes. "You never asked," she said gently. Her father protested. "We always asked about your work." Anna shook her head. "No, Dad. You asked when I'd get a real job. You asked why I didn't earn as much as Mark. You never once asked what I was building." Her mother covered her face with her hands. "We were worried," she whispered. Anna answered calmly, "No. You were embarrassed." The truth hung heavy in the room. Anna continued, her voice steady. You were embarrassed that my path wasn't traditional. Embarrassed to explain my PhD. Embarrassed that I didn't follow Mark's timeline. Her mother flinched. That's not true, she whispered weakly. Anna answered, you didn't come to my PhD graduation. You said it was a waste of time. Her mother sank into a chair, crying quietly. For the first time her father had no words. Mark finally spoke softly. She's right. We treated her differently. Mark stepped closer to Anna. I should have stood up for you, he said. I benefited from the way they favored me. Anna shook her head. It wasn't your fault, she said. We were kids pushed into roles. Mark sighed. I let it happen. Anna felt something inside her shift. For the first time she saw sincerity in his apology. Her mother whispered, Anna, we made a terrible mistake. We were wrong about everything. Anna took a deep breath. Wrong about me not succeeding, she said. Or wrong about how you treated me? Her mother opened her mouth but couldn't answer. Anna nodded slowly. That's what I thought. Her father spoke quietly. Anna, we love you. We always have. Anna's voice stayed calm. Love isn't enough when it only exists under conditions. Her mother asked softly, what do you want from us? Anna looked at them honestly. I don't know. They stood in silence, the weight of years of pain sitting between them. Finally Anna said, I have to go. I have a dinner with the dean. Her father stepped forward. Can we try again? Can we talk later? She looked at their tired faces, still her parents but also the people who hurt her deeply. Maybe, she said finally, but not today. She left the room without looking back. That night, while others celebrated, she sat quietly at the dinner, wondering if rebuilding with her family was even possible. In the weeks that followed, Anna's parents reached out often. They called, emailed, and even sent a long handwritten letter from her mother apologizing for past mistakes. Anna kept her responses brief, unsure of how much she wanted to reopen. She focused on her company instead, helping expand microgrid installations into new regions. Mark, however, surprised her by reaching out with sincerity. Can we grab coffee? He asked one afternoon. I really want to understand what you've been building. Anna agreed, and for the first time in years they talked without tension. During their coffee meetings, Mark admitted his own struggles. I always felt pressure to be the golden child, he confessed. Sometimes I didn't even know if I wanted consulting. I just knew it made them happy. Anna listened quietly, appreciating the honesty. Your speech got to me, Mark continued. It made me think about doing work that actually helps people. Anna nodded slowly. Impact matters, she said. If you want meaning, you have to choose it. They left the cafe with the start of a real sibling relationship. Months passed before Anna felt ready to see her parents again. On Christmas, 8 months after the graduation speech, she agreed to have dinner with them. The house felt familiar yet strange, like a place she'd outgrown. They spoke carefully, avoiding sensitive topics at first. Halfway through dinner, her mother handed her a scrapbook. Inside were articles about Brightreach, photos from events, and printouts of awards. I've been following everything, her mother whispered. I know I'm late. I know I missed a lot. But I'm paying attention now. Anna turned each page slowly, unsure how to feel. It wasn't forgiveness, not yet, but it was effort. Thank you, she said quietly. Her father cleared his throat. We didn't understand the world you were in, he said. We judged you by old rules. We were wrong. Anna looked at him and nodded. I hope someday we can rebuild, he added softly. She didn't promise anything, but she didn't close the door either. It was a beginning, fragile but real. The following year, Brightreach reached a major milestone. They powered their 1 millionth home, bringing electricity to millions who once lived without it. A celebration filled the office as employees clapped and hugged each other. Michael stood beside Anna, looking at the glowing world map on the wall. We did it, he said with pride. Anna smiled gently. We really did. Her phone buzzed with a message from her mother. Saw the news. Anna, I am so incredibly proud of you. Anna read the text twice, letting the words settle. She remembered her mother's earlier doubts, the comments about her degree being useless, the years of not listening. But now the tone was different. Gentler, humbler, more aware. Not because of the success, the message continued, but because you're changing lives. Anna felt her chest loosen slightly. She replied, "Thank you, Mom." It wasn't full forgiveness, but it was a step toward something better. That evening, Anna went home and opened the drawer where she'd kept her PhD diploma hidden for years. She'd been unable to hang it before because the memory of that lonely graduation hurt too much. She looked at it now with new eyes, eyes that saw worth, not failure. Slowly, she chose a place on the wall and hung it carefully. "Dr. Anna Hayes," she whispered. "I earned this." The diploma no longer felt like a wound. It felt like a foundation. She thought back to that quiet arena where she'd walked across the stage alone. At the time, she believed that moment defined her, forgotten, unseen, uncelebrated. But she now understood something deeper. That moment had shaped her strength. It taught her that approval didn't make her valuable. Her work, her persistence, her impact, those were the things that mattered. She no longer needed anyone to validate her worth. As Bright Reach grew across continents, Anna continued speaking at conferences and working with global partners. She met leaders from dozens of countries, trained young engineers, and pushed for sustainable energy solutions worldwide. Every time she stood in front of a crowd, she remembered where she started. Her parents' voices once filled her with doubt, but the communities she served filled her with purpose. Mark often came to her events now, supporting her openly. Slowly, her family began to understand who she truly was. One quiet evening, Anna stood by her window overlooking the city lights, bright, steady, and full of life. She thought about the girl who once ate graduation dinner alone, unsure of her future. That girl had become a woman who powered millions of homes, shaped global innovation, and rebuilt fractured bonds with honesty and boundaries. She no longer needed applause to validate her journey. Her work spoke loudly enough. And as she watched the city glow beneath her, she whispered one final truth to herself. My worth was never theirs to judge.